Hello and welcome to day 15 of Vlogmas. I think that's correct. Today's one is all about London and when we had a look around. So I've been to London several times. I'm very lucky that it's one of my favourite places to go. I absolutely love it. I just love the mix of people, I love the mix of places, the mix of energies. It's just amazing. Although it is tiring and sometimes I come home and I'm like, whew, it was just like a short visit. It's lovely. But it's the first time I've been there at Christmas time, so it was really lovely getting to see all the lights and decorations around. I have seen some before, but never this close to Christmas. So I really enjoyed that. My mum, my sister and I had never been to Harrods before, so we thought we'd go for just a look. Didn't buy anything. Well, my sister bought a couple of books, but it was lovely. It was nice to look around, but the bit I loved the best, which I've got some footage of, was the escalator section, which is all done in with Egyptian details because of Mohammed Al-Fayed, and it was beautiful, really gorgeous. I could have stood and looked at all the details for ages, but it was super busy, so I couldn't really get much more than I have to show you. But I loved it. I would happily go back at a point when it's maybe a little bit quieter and have a look around because it was really beautiful. So we went to Harrods. We had a good walk around. It was nice just to be outside walking around London. I love the underground, really love the underground. It's just something about it that, I just love it. And one day it sounds really stupid, but I want to go from one end of each line to the other. So I've been through all the stops, and because I've been on all the lines and things over the various visits, but I want to go from one end right to the other on every line that I possibly can, just so that I can just have that as something I've done. So we had a lovely, but sometimes when it's busy it can be a lot to be on the underground, so we thought it was nicer just to walk and get some fresh air. And it was lovely. There was music playing in various places and trees everywhere and lots of lights, and it was just lovely. We did walk along Piccadilly at one point near Fortnum and Mason, and it was uncomfortable because nobody was going with a flow. Normally in London people are pretty good at going, but it was like everybody was just banging into each other, and there were people getting knocked onto the road, and there was traffic coming, and it was horrible. So we ended up walking in the centre of Piccadilly, in the middle bit between the two sides, which was much better. But it was quite scary, I must be honest, because I thought there were kids around and adults and people almost falling, and I'm like, it's just crazy. It was uncomfortable. But that was just that area, so it was probably because everyone was trying to stop and look at the windows, and I don't know. But in general, I loved having a wander around. We went to Liberty, which is one of my favourite shops. I love Liberty. I mean, a lot of the stuff isn't my style, I wouldn't have it in my house, and a lot of it isn't in my budget either, I must be honest. But there's something about it that's just amazing. I love the design side of it. I love the colours. I love that everybody feels welcome in Liberty's. Everyone has a place. It doesn't feel like you can't afford this, you can't be here kind of thing, whereas other shops do feel like that. So I didn't treat myself to very much, but I did buy a couple of things. I bought, oh goodness, it's getting caught on something. This hoop, which has got Liberty fabric along the lines, which I love, the edges, which I love. So they had a few different sizes and fabrics, but this one was my favourite. It's even, I don't know if you can see, it's got little gold stars, so pretty. So I am going to do something with that. I've got a few cross stitch things I want to do, or embroidery things, so I might use it for one of those. But I loved it, I thought that was lovely. And then the other thing I treated myself to, hang on just 2 seconds because the fabric's moved slightly, you should be able to see it, is one of the Alice Caroline kits. So it's for a cushion, for a hexagon cushion. Now I've wanted to do English paper piecing for ages, but I haven't tried it. So I thought this would be a good one to try it with, although part of me is like, I don't want to cut it up at all, I just want to stitch them all together and make something else. But I just love the colours, lovely and rainbow as always, and then this beautiful fabric for the background, so pretty. So that was my treat to myself. They had some lovely bundles. In the past when I've been we got wedding vouchers from my sister for Liberty because she knew how much we loved it, and my husband was very generous and said I could just pick fabric with it, which was lovely. We did buy a tray for the house with Liberty's building on it, but other than that I got to pick some fabric, which was amazing. So I bought some fat quarters and other bits and pieces. So my idea one day is to make a quilt that we can have in our bedroom with all the fabrics in it. And I was tempted the other day, but they didn't have the full rainbow of, like, I couldn't pick like a rainbow. There was pink, red, blue and yellow, and I was like, they were lovely, but the amount I'd have spent and not had a rainbow, I was like, no, just pick this cushion cover instead, because this is so pretty and it satisfied all my rainbow needs in one. So at some point I will do something with that. Trying to think what else we did. Went to Liberty. So there's a place that I want to go at some point. My sister did try and book it, but it was already booked up. It's a place called Cahoots, and it's, I don't think I took any footage of it because it was, maybe I did. I'll have to check. It's a bar that's based in an old underground station. So the people there are dressed in 1940s clothing. All the sort of signage and everything is like that. You can go and have, like my sister did before, had like an afternoon tea that was sort of ration style, all that. It was really cool, and she said she loved it, so she'd hoped we could go there, but as I said, it was booked. So that's something that's on my list to go to in the future. But we walked past it, which was cool to see. What else did we do? Past Carnaby Street, because it's very near Liberty's, which I loved. It was difficult. I tried to get footage of it, but the lights, just the exposure on phones, not the best. So you don't really see the colours as well. But I did take a photo, which I'll try and pop on to show you. What else? I think that was pretty much it. We were quite tired by the time we'd done that, and then we came home, had some dinner and relaxed for a wee while, which was lovely. It was just nice to spend time with my mum and sister without distractions of children and dogs and all those kind of things. It was lovely. So that was our trip to London. I am always looking for new things to go and see when I'm there, but I do like my old favourites like Liberty too. But yeah, if you love London too and there's something that you've been to see or do there. Oh, a few years ago for my Henny, we went to the Imperial War Museum and saw the Fashion on the Ration exhibition that was on there. It was amazing. I wish it was like a permanent thing because I loved it. Just going and seeing all the clothing, all the things that were created. Like there were beautiful, I can't remember the name of the company that made them, but these headscarves, but they were all like, the designs were all war themed, but in a lovely way. Oh, it was amazing. I loved that exhibition. So I'm always curious to hear of things that people have gone to see, things that they've loved, because it's just nice to have ideas for the next time you go. There's so much to do though. There's never enough time. But I love it. I love that. I love being busy and the hustle and bustle. It's great. So yeah, if there's anything you want to share about London that you love, that would be lovely. I love hearing and sharing like stories with other people. It's great. I think that's everything for today. I'll share what I've got to show you now, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.